What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video, and today it is to answer a question that I'm sure a few of you are curious about, and that is it possible to play as Ocelot outside of FOB missions? So the first thing to note is that there is no possible way to get Ocelot to show up under character selection. It's simply not possible. So if we are able to get him in, it'll have to be done by custom Lua script. So let's try setting our character to Ocelot by Lua script. We can see that the script runs, it prints out the message saying character set to Ocelot, but our character doesn't change at all. But this could mean that the script is wrong, so let's try it out on an FOB mission to make sure. If we run the same script here on an FOB, we can see that it works. So nothing is wrong with the script, but something else is blocking us from running it outside of FOB missions. We need to figure out what. So the next logical step was to head into the Lua scripts, and if we go to 00.dat assets tpp script lib, then we can find tpp-player.lua. If we open that up, press Ctrl F and search for Ocelot, then we can find this function right here, force change player from Ocelot. This sounds like the function we're looking for. I cleaned up the function a bit to make it more readable. If you want to pause the video and read through it, all it's saying is set the player's character back to what they were before the player selected Ocelot, and set their equipment back to what it was before they selected Ocelot. If this function is what's preventing us from playing as Ocelot outside of FOBs, then it's a pretty simple fix. All we do is take all of this code and replace it with return. Now, whenever this function gets called, it just returns instantly without doing anything, no longer stopping us from playing as Ocelot. Now, with the function that was preventing us from being Ocelot out of the way, we might be able to change to him. As you can see, unfortunately, we still can't. In all of the other Lua scripts that attempt to stop the player from playing as Ocelot, they all reference that function we just disabled, so whatever's stopping us from playing as Ocelot is in the executable. Normally when something's in the executable, we can't do anything about it because we can't modify the executable. But there are a couple places where Ocelot is normally selectable, namely the sortie prep screen and on FOB missions. So maybe if we can trick the game into thinking that we're in one of those places, then it'll let us play as Ocelot anywhere. So now on top of the function that changes the player to Ocelot, I've also added a function that sets the flag for the game to be in sortie prep. If we run it now, as you can see, we actually changed to Ocelot. An interesting note is that when doing this, you can no longer open the menu by pressing the escape key. That menu is broken because the game thinks we're in the sortie prep screen. Everything else, however, still works.
Please select a mission. Mission accept. Heading to Afghanistan.
So now that we can finally select Ocelot as our character, let's see what happens when we deploy with him. Does everything still work?
Deploying.
So the first thing you'll notice is that as soon as the helicopter cutscene starts playing, you are forced back from Ocelot. So the game will not allow you to deploy into a mission as Ocelot, but that's okay because we can just run the script again and change back to him. And I'm Ocelot again. So now that we're down on the ground here, we can see if anything actually breaks with him. And right away, we can tell by diving that his voice clips aren't playing. Everything else seems to work though. So now there's a high chance that his voice clips aren't loading because they're only loaded in online missions. Let's see if we can make them load everywhere. So if we head into 00.dat, assets, TPP, pack, mission 2 online, 50,050, then we end up here. And if we take 50,050 additional and open that up with GZ's tool, go in here, go to level, and through all those folders, and we see this add sound file. Now here we need the Fox tool to open this up. So if we open that, then we can view the data here. We see that one of the things it does is load this file here, assets tpp sound package vox 50,050 underscore add.sdf. SDF stands for sound data file, so let's look at that and see if it has anything. So sound package, and here the file is. We can also open this up with Fox tool, and if we look at that, then we'll see right here load banks, and one of the banks that it loads is Vox player Ocelot. So if we can add this to somewhere that the game always loads, like the resident files, then it should load Ocelot's voice files no matter what. And now we're back in game after I've added Ocelot's sound files to the resident file, and now his voice clips play no problem. Now the only thing that I haven't showed you that you can normally do with Ocelot so far is the dual tornadoes, and I'm going to tell you right now that that's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out. If you equip the tornado, it just glitches out, and I will show you that here. So as you can see here, I've got the tornado now, but the first thing you'll notice is that it should be 12 out of 48 when Ocelot's using it because he dual wields them. And the other thing you'll notice is that I can't aim with it or do anything with it. Other weapons you can aim and shoot and do whatever perfectly fine. With the tornado and Ocelot, it doesn't work. I haven't been able to find the missing piece to get it to work, if I can get it to work, but if I do get it to work, then I will update this with, of course, the dual tornadoes working. Anyway, there will be a link in the description to download this if you want to play as Ocelot yourself, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in another video.